Hello everybody, I'm tired. I mean magnetonics. uh, Alright, I am tired today. Actually had some time. I'm finally starting to get like a more consistent schedule, so I might be able to get back into coding, but today's just another day where I'm pretty much fried. But I've actually been playing some Temtem off stream. Kind of been getting back into this, enjoying it. Oh wow, we actually found a match pretty quick. I thought I'd have more time to explain my team. I'm still trying to make the Speedy Spider work. I kept like 3 members and changed the rest around. I guess more or less this is turning into like a Waddle team. J-Hood, I keep matching up against him. I've won every time, but it's always close. It's always close. He always bans the Arachnite so he can do his cheese leads with either double Koish or double Chromion. I speed tie his Chromion, so I just ban it. It's a max speed Mimit. I don't know what the other investment is, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does. Yeah, it is annoying. Oh boy, who'd have guessed? I think I'm gonna go Tort and move flank. If he wants to mimic it, that's fine. I'm not really afraid. If he decides to go for something else like Volerend or Grandpa, I don't actually know if this is an aerobic or an anaerobic Volerend or not. I'm trying to think. I'm assuming aerobic? Because I think it's more of a speed-based special mimic, so it gets more value out of like hyperkinetic and stuff. Oh, he actually did go for the Gallios here, which is kind of weird. Gallios has good type advantage on the lead, but it's not going to do a whole heck of a lot outside of just have that type advantage. If I have to sack move flank to get Koish down, I'm totally fine with that. The big problem is how do I need something to deal with the Gallios afterwards. Like, I'm assuming move flank can take turn 1. But if Mooflank dies turn 2 and I bring in... I guess it depends. I want a synergy for 2 statuses. I don't know. I'm going to ban the Grandpa because it's super annoying. It's got Turbo and it's got Hypno and it's really bulky. I think it's only got 1 offensive move and it's Feather Gatling. What was the other move it had? It was something weird. Bans the Chromion so I have less damage to deal with the Gallios. Gonna try and bring the Waddle. I think the Waddle's pretty under utilized right now. I think it's pretty strong. It's basically like instead of running Mental Chromion still takes like 80% of its health from 1 Digi or Electric move. Like a Hasty Lunge from Minotaur, that was a common one. But Waddle doesn't take that much. It's way more reasonable. Commander, thank you for the Lumalock. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're doing. I guess I didn't even appreciate that it's a Luma Gallios. But it is. I think I'm just gonna ignore the thing for now. Actually, I could just hallucination it and knock off the thing at any point. So yeah, we're just gonna... Like I said, I'm confident I can take like a couple hits. He's got energy manip instead of beta burst, so I'm not gonna die here at all. Not that I'm doing much damage. One thing with this team is I have very low damage invest and way higher bulk invest. That's why my move flank took like 0 damage. Like this probably won't even take me down to half. Yeah. Gonna go for Sea Spike's Goring. Doesn't really matter what comes in here. It's gonna take damage, so. Even if he does Vortex Tort, I bet I don't even take half from that. Denigrate. That's kind of annoying. Wolflank still survives, though. Tort's way less useful now, but it's fine. This is a very easy turn. I hallucination to knock off the Doom, and then I swap in Sanby. Sanby gives synergy for hallucination, so it'll do some piddle damage. But the main thing is to get Prio, so that the Gallios guaranteed does not get its hit off. And I'm also bringing in Sanby to threaten out the Tataru next turn. Not afraid of him stealing Sanby either. Hello to you. Back from ads. Oh, that's right, I forgot about ads. Well, he actually didn't use the signature move. I took 0 damage from that. I took less than 50 damage. That's crazy. I bet this thing's gonna use turbo now. The Tataru, that is. Yeah. Yo, Sarak, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? You were playing more Raft, right? How was that today? How are you all doing? How are you doing? I'm actually going to ignore the Tataru because it's not going to do much here. Vape, Lady Lane, good to see you both. He does have the first aid kit on his Gallios. Well, he does have Dust Vortex. Yeah, like I said, it barely does half. Even a Major Slash, like I want him to kill my Tort at this point. What is Tort doing here? Dying to the Volar end? No, I did OX by 1. Oops. Miscalculated. It was good, got the receiver up and running. It's only day 2 of playing, so you make good progress. That's awesome. I know very little to nothing about the game. So that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to swap in the Waddle here, because I'm pretty sure he's just going to use a normal attack. And I got basically a free hold off on the Waddle. I'm actually going to strangle the Gallios slut. Like, it doesn't really matter what comes in, it's not going to be able to move. And he goes for another turbo. Good play, good play. So it definitely is going to be an aerobic Volar end. And swap out my Sanby, and I'm actually going to go back into Tortonite. Try and get the synergy on the Faraday cage. Won't do a whole lot, but something. You know what? This is pretty darn good. I'll take it. So they'll have no synergy, and it's just some extra damage. Posture check, lurk, sounds good. Thank you, thank you. Actually, my posture wasn't even that bad there. Not great, of course, but not bad. Alright, so that thing's gonna die in one more turn. And the Waddle's still doing pretty solid here. Looking at the end game. Well, I guess Mooflank's still not going to do a whole lot for me. Someone's going to bring it in and sack it. It'd be a little nice to get a Crystal Deluge off on something, but I don't think it's really realistic. Let's try and get some chip damage on the left Koish, the Mimit. Saving the Mimit to transform into something else. Very interesting. Yeah, I outspeed now. So does he even get the kill on me? Well, that does not do a lot of damage. Is it actually like not an aerobic Volerand? Oh my goodness. He'll bring in the Tataru now. I've been trying to sack these two for a long time. Oh, that's right, I'm -1 special attack. Oh, he steals my Tort. That's what he wanted. Good play. He won't have... I guess he has Toxic Gas. And he outspeeds and kills. I'm actually going to swap into Lawali here. Like, super risky, but I think I need the hold off of Hurricane right now. I think that's the most important thing for me. No, I guess the wrong slot. But he won't have a Toxic move up, so all I have to do is take a Crystal Spikes here. But it's still more damage than I wanted to eat. I would have rather taken the HKS. I want to say I can take a V-Gust and a Toxic Gas. But it's definitely not confident about that. But I think the entire game is going to kind of determine determine that. So, oh, wait, it's an anaerobic Volerand still, because it didn't get the speed boosts from using hyperkinetic. That's so strange. That's very strange. So it'll use Nox Bomb. Nox Bomb could definitely kill me. I was taking into account Vigas. Vigas has 20 lower BP and Lawali has higher special defense. So it's kind of, and I know that this Mimit is max speed, and max speed Tort's gonna outspeed my Lawali. So this plan just straight up doesn't work. And I lose. So that was, I didn't realize that fast enough. Oh, he went for Sea Spikes though. He's throwing. Alright, Torque goes down, so now Sandby has potential to finish the end game, which is definitely what I want to aim for. Also, Lawaddle's in a great spot. I imagine the Tatter is going to outspeed me. Just going to go for a Faraday Cage and we'll try and swap to Tort. Not that it really matters. Tort does me no good in the rest of the game. Sambi. Oh. Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh, that hurts. I was just trying to, like, I've been trying to sack this Tortonite for like 5 turns now, and he just won't kill it. That's so funny. Yo, Subpar, good to see ya. How's it going? Finally takes down the Tort. Rollerind goes down. I need to kill the super speedy Tataru now, so I can get one more hit on the Gallios with Lowali, and then that'll close out the game. Well, actually, it's not going to be quite that smooth. He's got his signature up now for sure. Who's it going to be on? That's the question. It's on the Tataru, trying to eat the Matter Teleport that was coming its way. I did predict that, and I did go for the Gallios. It really doesn't matter what this Tataru does. It will never be able to touch Sanby. I know the thing has Rage, because it's got Vitamin Complex. So the thing's moveset must just be Nox Bomb, Major Slash. Nox Bomb, Major Slash, Turbo, and Rage must be the moveset. Did you ever end up finishing Temtem subpar? Did you ever try any of the end game for it? This Tataru's got like a 101 stam pool too. That's kind of nuts. I think his grandpa had a ton of stam too. Oh, that thing's tanky. Does it have like 0 damage invest? GG. Every time I face him, I learn more about his team. I swear. Yeah, I'm not going to say that this team I'm running right now is like super duper consistent, but it does feel pretty good. The reason I switched off the Mental Chromion is because when I was building the team, it was very rushed, and about like half of it was meant to be kind of like a mid-range bulky offense that utilized kind of a 186 to 200 speed tiering, or 180 to 200, whatever. So they'd all kind of be around the same level. And then I threw an Aohi on it. And then I threw a Mental Chromion on it. And then I threw... Wasn't there like 1 or 2 other fast things onto the team? And it was just kind of a split speed tier team, which doesn't really work out well from everything I've learned and everything I've said on my previous streams. So I decided to make a more... to kind of refine the idea further, and I opted for a Digi-Chromion instead of a Mental Chromion, because I would still be able to get Sinner Typer. I could utilize the burn factor more, and I actually have decent speed and HP in the Digi-Chromion. So now, as long as I can outspeed something, he's bound to take a hit or two, which is really nice. And that's just assuming the thing doesn't get banned, because the point is still to make a triple digital team, because I should scroll through my match history just because of some of the games I was doing off stream, because there were a lot of games where people had 4 or even 5 digi weaknesses, and then they run into me, and then I've got 3 digis. Even though Lowaddle isn't the most digi, he still has Faraday Cage. That's all that really matters. So this one was just 2-wire Aohi Minotaur. This is J-Hood again. Master J, he's got... Oh, I think there were like... I think he has 4. Or at least in that team there. Come on. No black screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Go. And yes, I have... like, what is it? 4 water weaknesses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 water weaknesses and only 2 things that can actually hit waters. So waters are my priority ban. This is kind of interesting. There's triple neutral, but I do have double mental. But the problem is that Waddle doesn't have any mental moves. He has no electrics or digis to kill the mentals. Only one tort. So if I ban the tort, he's gonna be kind of hurting. Problem is then let's do it. I don't really want to break through a tort anyways, because aside from Raiken, I don't have anything that can hit it for 2x. I don't really count Hurricane. Last game was kind of lucky. I don't think he realized he could kill me, or maybe wasn't as offensively invested as I thought. Or maybe he wasn't as fast on tort as he was hoping. Maybe he took some speed out of his Mimit. Oh, he bans the Lowaddle, though. Why? Sambi's the one that actually has mental moves, and it kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of your Tems. But okay. I'm gonna pick Sambi no matter what. So rather than trying to like pretend I'm not picking Sambi and pick like a Digichromion first, I'm just gonna pick it right away. And I'll probably swap it out right away too, because the thing's just gonna dominate in the end game. I do have Nightmare Feed on him. Yeah, I do have Nightmare Feared on it, which is like Ortigan's favorite move. I realized it's only one hold now, and it doesn't wake the target when it's sleeping. So it's a really nice mix with Cozy Net, which I never actually get to play the Arachnite on this team, like, ever. Which is sad. I'm gonna knock out the Momo just because... I'm gonna knock out the Rolder just... well... yeah, we'll knock out the Rolder. Momo's really punishing for slower teams. But Rolder adds an extra thing that both my Tort and Raiken cannot break through. Gonna pick up Tort for sure. I'm gonna focus my efforts on like turn 1 to Raiken. Alright, we're going to bring Tort Raiken. And what's going to happen is, turn 1, I'm going to swap Sambi out for my own Raiken. And we're going to just slowly beat up on his Raiken until it's like in range to die. And we'll call it good. Because like, after I break through at least one Tem on this lead, I'll be gold. And Mastion's like the lower priority because there's no waters on his team for priority Lava Wave. But I will use Bestial here, just for the free damage on it. I might regret that later if the Raiken is like just off of a kill. But my guess is this double fire move into the Sambi slot right now. I am faster than both, which is kind of surprising. The Mastion took more damage than I was expecting. If he did not cover for the Raiken swap in. So that's basically like, and I don't care, like the only purpose Raiken is serving is to eat this lead. That's it. Held Anger's up next turn. Now I know that I'm faster. I'm still going to just use base jump and hold the priority. I don't think he realizes yet just how important this lead is to him. I survive this. Does he take the kill? He will take the kill, which is fine. He'll get his boosts, which does suck, but it is what it is. Bring in the Chromion, hope the guy doesn't have laundry, and we go from there. Raiken needs to die this turn. So he doesn't have any synergy, and it must be like a base speed Raiken that he doesn't outspeed me even after the Prideful boost. Or no, it wasn't Prideful? Is that what it was? It was Motivator? I guess I kind of missed that. Kind of just assumed it was Prideful. Maybe I was too late. What is Pyromaniac? Interesting. He brings in his own Raiken, or own move flank now. I don't know if this thing has... I didn't see if it had Hurry Wart. I don't think I saw it. Oh, it must if he's got this item and it already activated. Clearly I'm paying attention. Is this guy's whole team base speed? Am I missing something? What does he use on me? Is he using Bestial? If he did that, why didn't he just go for the move flank? Oh, Rampage. Yeah, there's no reason to run Rampage over Bestial. It's like super. It's just slower for like 2 more damage. So I actually don't think that this Matter Teleport's going to kill. I have decent attack invest on Sambi. I think it's around 300, but move flank is pretty physically bulky. Let's swap out the Mastio. Not that it really matters. It's pretty much in range to die to a transient. He gets a free hold on Momo, though, but I get the chip, which is more valuable for me. Looks like he's focusing on taking me out now. Based on the speed tiering there, I know that I'm faster now, so I don't have to worry about dying this turn, which is really nice. So I'm going to Transient, and then I'm just going to Bestial, because Bestial will kill his move flank, and it should also kill the Momo. Move flank will OX, but I really don't care. This was... This game's kind of been over for a while. He needed to conserve his Raiken or something. I'll save the move flank just in case. Not going to do a whole lot, but might be able to get a goring off later. Just in case things somehow go bad. Like if this transient didn't kill and he used like Lava Wave, Feathergat, and Turbine on my Sandbee, then things would be a little precarious. And then he doesn't even try and kill the Sandbee. So he's got Slingshot P-Job. That's why it did some damage. But that's really not a good strategy. It's definitely a meme. And yes, I could have killed him this turn. I just rather appreciate the animation. Actually, I don't know if I could have killed him. I didn't know if it was going to be a bulky or speedy one. The rest of his team seems on the bulkier end, but it looks like it's definitely a... Definitely a speedy one based on how much damage it took. That or it's 500 HP and 0 in special defense. And Owley doesn't have great special defense. Same way Barnshee doesn't have great physical defense. So normally if you're going to invest bulky, you go like 350, 400 in HP, and then another 100, 150 in defense, or the missing defense. Balance it out. Oh, nice quick matches today. Sometimes it's really slow, so I'm glad they're pretty quick today. I'm not familiar with these players though. No waters. That's a good start. So my next up is Earths. So we'll take out Volcrin. Yo, Billy, good to see you. New team looks fun. Yeah, I've been enjoying this one. It's way bulkier than the other one I was playing this season. It's like one of the first teams I've ever prioritized HP and speed. Because like I remember back when I was doing competitive Pokemon, not that I got super well, I mean I played quite a bit of it. But I was trying to think, what Pokemon would you ever invest max HP and max speed on? And I guess nowadays it makes sense that you do that to supports, something like a Stealth Rock, Spike Setter, maybe. But like Pokemon doesn't have nearly as many supports. But like I don't have like everything as a support here. Like I'm still prioritizing getting to 221 speed on Tort, max HP, and then whatever's left is in damage. I haven't even looked what I should pick here. He's probably going to pick Golzy. When I don't know, I've been going Lawaddle Tortonite because that threatens a really strong lead where I can... Tort threatens the electrics that they want to bring into Lawaddle, and they need 2 hits. So it's like if he was to bring in Golzy here, he wouldn't actually survive. See, and now he brings in Gazuma and then something to threaten out my Tort, which makes sense. But now at this point, I could completely just go for a move flank, and what's he gonna do about it? But I wish I just knew if this was an aerobic or an anaerobic, because I'm still gonna go for Tortonite. Saw someone using a Brute Bonnet in VGC today. Really? Brute Bonnet. Why? What did they do with it? I mean, the thing still gets Spore, right? It's just got like 10 more speed than a Moongus, so it's just... it's generally worse. Alright, so he's got... like, I didn't even notice the 4 natures. I'm actually going to ban the Golzy just because there's no way I can threaten out his synergies enough. And this frees up my my everything else to just play. I'm not going to bring Lawali because it really only helps against Volphy, and if I was to pick Lawali, he wouldn't pick it. Spore Sucker Punch. That's what I was thinking. I know the thing gets Sucker Punch, which is pretty interesting. But it just seems like a weird combo to go for. So the back of his team's pretty bulky. So the idea is to get through his flying types, which are all faster, and then once I get to the like Tyrannac Volphy endgame, I go for like some nightmare feed shenanigans on the Tyrannac, because I'm assuming because I'm assuming I'm gonna lose. Oh, what? Okay. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. He's not trapping me, so I can just leave. This does under half. Yeah. If you have Kaleidoscope, doesn't seem to really say. So it used Feather Gatling, so it's definitely going to be a physical Volerand. Give me a Dust Vortex and a Feather Gatling. Kind of want Chromion to have more HP when I bring it in. I want to get some chip damage on the Volerand before it scales its Spadef too much, basically. Yeah, that's just doing 0 damage. Sandstorm doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So I get data corruption off now. I ship the Voloran down to the range that it will pretty much be, it'll pretty much die. And then I bring in Chromion. Okay, he's gonna save the Voloran. Oh, is this gonna be Tyrannac? It is. Boo! So I get no Voodoo now, but that's fine. The move is still strong by itself. Oh, and now I'm trapped, though. That's kind of lame. I wanted to swap to Sandy. Do I want to let Lowaddle die here? Not really. Slime will not push off the... Well, I guess it's... It wouldn't anyways. But Voodoo's... Because Voodoo's down. So now Lowaddle is definitely the fastest thing. Actually, I'm going to swap into Chromion. Actually, I might double swap. Arachnide's still got some use. I think this is a good Sandy and Tort swap. Actually, I should have swapped in Tort to the Lowaddle slot, just in case there was a plague coming in. Hey Loki, how's it going? Oh, it's a sandstorm, whatever. He actually stays in. Oh wait, I'm isolated. No. Oh, I'm trolling. I didn't think about the sandstorm thing. I should have used toxic gas. I almost did, predicting a potential swap into literally anything else. Aw, man. That really hurts every single plan I had, honestly. At least he got exhausted, so it's not all for waste, but... And then I don't have Cozy Net up on Arachnite. Because what I really want to do is I want to... Totally through there. If I just used toxic gas, I probably would have killed the thing too. Yeah, I think I just lose. This guy's got a really bulky backline. I could kill Tyrannak and Volfi fairly easily, but... But that doesn't help me is the thing. The Gazuma has bait and it's unbroken. Oh, it does no damage. It does go down. I needed to prevent him from getting the overgrowth off. It's more sandstorms. Just slowly 20% all of my Tems to death. Just bring in Gazuma and then I'm pretty much toast. Oh, Lawali. That's not what I was expecting. Does he attack on the Volfi? That's the question. If he does, I am A-okay with that. As long as it kills Sanby. If it doesn't kill Sanby, then it's bad. Sanby, 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 Sanby. No! Ugh. Because the issue now is that my Chromian's not going to have Sinner Typer ever. Okay. Sammy's got a lot of work to do. And Chromion does, I guess. It always kills Volfi. It's -4 on +4. I need Sammy to survive the resin trap. Oh. Goes for a plague. Okay. I can deal with that. I need this Gazuma to not be max speed. Ah, shoot, Sammy goes down. Never mind, game's over. I almost strangled. I was pretty close. Yeah, if Chromion had Sinner... No, it doesn't even matter. That's going to do like 40% to the Gosma, even though I'm +4. It's... what is that build? Is this thing max HP and special defense invest? No way. It must be. That did 0 damage. Sub 200 damage to a Chromion? That means the digital torrent won't even do that much. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I threw the turn I didn't kill the Tyrant Act. That put me 1 turn behind my entire plan. It would have been tough anyways, but if I had Sinner Typer for all these, it would have been a lot easier. I was hoping... I wanted a Chromion Arachnite endgame. But I also wanted Sambi to have some health left with... with Nightmare Feed. If the Dust Vortex from the Volphy killed the Sambi that like I was hoping it would, then it would have been just fine. Yeah, I don't know what else went wrong that game. It was just a very... It sucks because he had 3 special defense tanks on the team. It was Volphy, Volorend, and Gazuma. Oh, even Lawali's very specially defensively tanky. So he had just a whole bunch of natural special defense tanks. And I mean, that's kind of why special defense is so hard to use right now, is because Vola and Volphy are both special defense tanks, and they're both just like the most meta. And unfortunately, this team doesn't deal as well with them. Oh, we got a rematch against this guy. He added a second electric to his team. Oh no, he got rid of the Tort, and now has added 2 electrics. I'm just going to take out the Minotaur because he doesn't have any Hasty Lunge synergy. It looks like he's probably just going for like Sparkling Bullet synergies. I like the idea, but there's not a lot of great Sparkling Bullet users. If you want Sparkling Bullet, you'll probably just want to go... you'll want to go... whatever it's called. Inky. Inky's the best Sparkling Bullet user by far. Alright, so this game isn't as important for Lawaddle to survive because it doesn't have any mental moves. Not afraid of Golzy. Oh, he just gave up. Really? Is he... I don't even know why he gave up. Did he... He must have just thought I had a mental move on the Lawaddle and decided it wasn't worth it. Because his team isn't designed to beat 2 mentals. That's my guess. Not going to count that one as a win. Need you to make a W drawing. Sure, which... Oh, it's been a while. Which one you got today? It's good to see you, Kunders. Gallios. From memory. It's okay, I know exactly how to draw his toe because that's what Crema decided to leak. So, I think I can get the toe down. I might as well, if the Q doesn't pop, I'll just do it now so I don't forget. I mentioned the VPEP Manager release. I did see the release date. I did tune in for a little bit. Did you get a whole lot of interaction? I hope you didn't get a little bit. Alright, let's try this. Gallios from memory. So, I mean, I think he's got like a pretty robotic looking face. Kind of like a hexagon sort of thing, and his jaw is just kind of like, I did face one earlier today, but I'm trying to I don't remember what it really looked like. I didn't have to pay attention at that time, so I was it's kind of like that. And I think he's got some like rocks on his head. Some. I think his body is like mainly like ghostly. I know his toe is up. Got his like little toe down there, as they call it. Try picking one you wouldn't see much in ranked. I've seen quite a few of them in my history, I think. Oh, I can't look now, but I'll try and look afterwards. A lot of the remaining players are people who have grinded layers and just kind of force one on their team if they get it Luma anyways. I know he's got the... Are his arms connected to his body? I think they are. I know he's got like the whole floaty, like levitating rock theme. So I don't actually know for sure. Well, it's just like... Oh, can I draw a hand? There's no way I can draw a hand. Oh, Does he have that many fingers? He does now. Another drawing? Yes. Don't get him often, but it is still a valid redeem. His pointer finger's a little tiny on that hand, but that's okay. I know he's got like little rock bracers on it. I don't know what they really look like. They're just kind of like rock, floaty rocks around his hands. Kind of like armor. Okay, doesn't he have like an Iron Man thing on his chest or something? Like, I think he's got like a whole bunch of like more rock armor on his chest. I don't know if it's supposed to be like his heart or something. I feel like it's not like it's super like ghostly body and stuff. I feel like it's mainly just his arms and his butt. You thought he was holding his hands in fists? Maybe. I honestly don't remember. It probably is fists. That makes more sense. Kind of like, smash makes more sense than just like stop. But this is my vision of it. I know the like body theme is like gradient, like pinks and purples. He's got like I think his chest little whatever symbol it is probably Stop. Let me just color him in and then we can see how close it is. I mean, it's how far off it is bound to be. Wait. And we'll just have like the color up there. I think he's got like way more rocks on his hands. Around his hands. I think it's like almost like a full armor bracer. And then with just like extra rocks. Because his hands look really empty. I don't know. Maybe he's got like shoulder pads too. This looks kind of close. Does he have ears or anything? I feel like he probably has some sort of like flares on the side of his face. I don't know what they are, but it just looks kind of like... We'll just make those like dark purple, like it's kind of like his like form thingamajig. I don't know. Alright, and then we'll like make the background like a really just like black, like he's in the void. Or this pants. Oh, that just looks too much. So we'll just leave it like this. He's on the moon, not the sun this time. So I just realized this is gonna be in the middle of the YouTube video now. Thanks, Gooners. That's my fault. I forgot about the video people. Legendary. I think the term you're looking for is mythical. Oh, I can't. Can't. Can I shrink it down more? Sort of. So yeah, he's definitely got a whole bunch of like rock particles on his hands. I guess he does kind of have an open chest. It's just more. You actually see like ribs more. I forgot about the horn on his head. I knew he had something on his head. I thought it was more spikes than that. I knew he had some sort of jawline. I guess I didn't remember that his entire helmet was like rocks. I thought he was more Jin-like. I did have like the spooky things on the side of his head, except they're on the back. So he's got like nice flowing hair. Not the worst, not the best. I got the toe right though. I told you I'd get it right. Thanks, Grimla. Let me just save this one as, yep, Gallios. I'm glad this didn't open up like one of my mutant grid folders, otherwise I would have revealed a whole bunch on stream. Alright. Gallios the heaviest 10 at 10,800 kilograms. That's massive. Yo, Lion, good to see you. You came in right during one of my goofy drawing redeems. How you doing? What do you think of Mudder in PvP? Do you have a code or a good team with it? The team I was like, this is the team I've been running most of the patch, and it feels pretty good. I like Mudder on it. It can be used as a cleaner on a slow team if you happen to have like some bulkier mentals, things like Sandby, or I'm trying to think what other like a Gallios. I think it can work well. Gallios not as much because you're doubling up on Earth type. Oh, J-Hood again? You gotta be joking. He's the one who's got the Gallios that I keep running into, by the way. I think Mudred's pretty good. I don't think it's like top tier or anything. I'd say it's a solid B, maybe B+. I think Dispersion is pretty good, but not to be overrated. It's just kind of a nice thing to punish swaps really well if you have a special focus team. But yeah, if you remind me after this match, I can grab the code for that middle team. I'll try and remember, but it's a struggle sometimes. Alright, bud. We can do this a second time if you really want. Yo, Win, good to see you. Or did I say that? I think I said that already. No more mental chromion. What I realized with the other team was that I had made like half the team slower, kind of around 180 to 200 speed, and then the other half of the team around like the 272 speed breakpoint. So I basically broke one of my own rules of don't have mixed speed tiering design teams unless it's like one, maybe two Tems, and they have a purpose. And because of that, no matter what I did, I could not find the final two slots on the team. Auhi and Mental Chromion were fine enough. Arachnite was fine. I think it was the Rygnit and the Zyzer slots that I kind of threw around. I think I actually, the last couple of, Tolkien ended up being useless too. So there were like 3 slots. Rygnit was okay on it actually. So it was actually Tolkien and Zyzer that added to the water weakness, but didn't help at all. So I got rid of them. But anyways, I just kind of like did a whole bunch of different variations. And I didn't like any of them. I just didn't. Felt so bad. Oh, he banned my... Oh. Ban the Lawaddle this time. That's smart. So I wanted to continue using the Arachnite. It still gets banned like most games now, which sucks, but it is what it is. And so I tried slowing down the team. So instead of Auhi, I have Sanby now. Instead of whatever other things I've had, I've got other stuff. Synergy Emanip. Adjust some of the speed TVs to make it faster. Yeah. The team was just not well balanced, plain and simple. It's Kaleidoscope. Interesting. So he's going to use Denigrate, so I need to swap in Sandby. So it's going to be Denigrate, and it's going to be like Sandstorm, probably. Denigrate, Sandstorm. Do I need Tort Knight for anything? No. The only thing I need Tort for is to push off the... Actually. Yeah. We deluge. We deluge here. Throwing an anaerobic Volar in. Yeah, it was just hard to piece those last couple things together. I don't even... I'm not sure how good an anaerobic Volarend would feel on that team either, to be honest. If it's working for you, awesome. I'm glad. But for my qualifications, I don't think I would be happy with it. He didn't pick the Tatteru this time. So this is the most value I'm going to get out of Sandby, is to, one, eat the Denigrate as the only physical attacker. Well, I guess Mooflank is, too. And also just to chip down the... Gallios. Or just chip down everything. It's... We're just going to start taking down the Gallios. We got to deal with it now. I'm a little afraid he's going to Lifeful Sap it. If he does, though, I can honestly just Hallucination it a second time and then push off the... the other thing. Yeah. Oh, it was Bush. Wait, what? So it's Selfless Ruination on itself. No, it wasn't on itself. So why does he have... Oh, because Kaleidoscope. So he's actually got some speed on this thing, which I was not expecting. That was not in the plan. How does this thing have +4? Excuse me? That's another bug, Crema. Thanks for that. If I lose this match, that's the reason. I don't care what this thing does now. I do wish I got the exhaust off, though. So it's okay. So it is actually only +2. That's good then. I just didn't want it to be +4. I didn't OX on Tort, which is good. Another Denigrate. So Tort's pretty much useless to me now. Who do I want holds off of? Or a free swap into? I guess I just go into Lawali. Do works and functions to water resist. There is someone triple electrics. Band Ragnus, you got sad. Yeah, no, that would be tough. Oh, he's... Yo, Stumble, good to see you. Temtem, and yeah, I want to get back into coding again. I'm hoping to this month. I'm trying to get back into a more regular schedule. It's just hard. Getting there though. He steals my Lawali. Interesting. There's no way he stays in and denigrates, is there? I'm afraid he might, so I'm gonna have to stay in. Yeah, I should have clicked Hurricane. I needed to click Hurricane, in fact. I survived? Oh, that did no damage. Yikes. Radialarity, incremental. Oh, what was the... I haven't heard of this gem. What was the gimmick? No, he still did go for the plague. Look at how much stamina he's got in this thing. This thing's got to have 200 stamina vest. That's crazy. I need this to do less than half. That does just over half. Yeah, that hurts. I'm gonna binary flood this turn. Cancel out a turn of the sweatband. Sack Sandby. Because surely there's gonna be a Nox bomb. The next turn I'll burn. Unless he calls my bluff and goes for something else. Alright, I'll take some chip on the Chromion for sure. Or the Koish. Oh, now he uses Hurricane on me. I was not expecting that one. Totally forgot he had that option in the back. And I do 0 damage to him, which is a great start. I'm actually going to bring in Lawali here because I'm pretty confident he's going to kill the Chromion, because he kind of has to. I do need Lawali to kill the Gallios, so I think I'm probably screwed here. Him pretty much nerfing my Tortonite into out of existence is really rough. '79's 25%. Ice cubes. He does take out the Chromion, which is according to plan. I guess seized. But okay. Use of a radial menu type thing. Theme was light and dark. I feel like that's a common theme nowadays. Kind of disappointed nobody's coming up with anything more clever. But, you know, it is what it is. So now he has to focus on killing the Wally. So I think I actually need to sack some health on Mooflank here. Because I'm pretty sure this Koish is really fast, and I don't think my Plague's gonna, or my Allergic Spread would outspeed it. Maybe I have to try though. $232 on a Koish. It's super bulky too. It's only taking like 20% per hit. I think I have to try. Oh, he goes for another Hurricane. Why is he trying to kill the Torque now? Oh, he goes for Ice Cubes. For the very high prio. That's not what I was expecting. Now I somehow need to do 30% with the damage from this. No, not quite. It's going to be an interesting endgame. He's got +4 on the Mimit, so it doesn't really matter what it turns into, it will be able to conserve its speed. But since he brought in Volaran, there's no way for him to transform into the Volaran and then use like a Hyperkinetic Strike on me. And Volaran has the best defensive type for what he wants for this endgame. Let's bring Gallios back in. I forget which one Supernova is. Let me see. Based on missing HP. So now because I Crystal Spiked it, it will do like Piddle damage. But all damage is damage. This is the only way I win the game, is if he swaps his Volarend, it dies. He stayed in! Why? No! I could have held angered this, and I didn't care what happened after that. Because I can win... Can win against the Volarend as Mooflank. And now he just wins because he called my bluff. Oh, it was a 50-50 and he's just like clicking buttons. I don't know if he actually predicted that. Now I need him to swap again. I need to kill whatever's in the right slot. And he still doesn't swap. Still doesn't swap. Why is he not swapping? Like, he's got a 0 health thing he can sack in the back. Does he forget about it? And he just clicks Denigrate here and wins the game. And I'm -1 special attack, and this is only going to do 60% anyways. If he swapped it all in the end game, I would have been fine. Like, this should just kill the Volerend. Oh, it's got +2 defense. But still, that's crazy. So he's got, like, 500 HP and 200 defense on this thing. So it's just got 0 attack. That's why he was so confident? I don't know. I mean, it's... If I get the Held Anger off, it's fine, because I just Hurricane and finish it off, and it doesn't matter. Before it got the +2 defense up, it would have survived on, like, 10%, which my Hurricane would do. He was just... I don't know. I don't know why he didn't swap in the end game at all there. That's crazy to me. It worked. Can't complain, but... I don't understand that line of thinking. I guess he was just thinking whatever the Mim... He didn't want to swap in the Mimit because it was a guaranteed hit on anything in the back. Even though if he didn't get something with Prio, I would outspeed because I was +2 and he was... Even though he was +4. And it's not like an anaerobic Volerend has instant Prio. I guess that he had Hyperkinetic, but if he didn't bring it in, it wouldn't have had a hold off. But he would... I guess it would have been either my Lawali or the Galio. He would have copied. Galios. And Galios has energy manipulation. And if you're a max speed Mimit with +4 speed, you're bound to get it off. Even if you're on a slow temp like Galios. I think max speed Galios is like 249 or something weird. Oh, right, the Mudred code. Come on, Q cancel. Yay for slow Qs. There you go. I don't know if it'll do you any good, but somebody actually used that team against me when I was using this one, and it worked fine. Yeah, there's just so many special walls that running a team with so many specials is tough. It's like Tortonite is the MVP some matches, and pretty much a dead slot in others. Kind of depends on how many wins people are running. It sucks because it loses against both Wolfie and Volerend. It's just... I don't know why those two Tems don't get hit. I really don't. Like, yeah, my Tort can take 2 Feather Gatlings and still survive. But most of the time they're bringing in Wolfie, and I have, like, no way to hit a Wolfie. Because, again, no problem. I'm glad to help. It was a team I already had made. So it was real easy. Just grab it. I would have tried to recommend you a video where I haven't been posting codes much, though. No, up against you, someone. Good luck, have fun. It's such an annoying type. Because, yeah, I mean, that's just what one weakness types are like. That's why Wolfie's annoying, too. It's only got 1 weakness. Thing's stats are below average, but it's got, like, 2 best stab options it could want. Waddle Band. That makes sense. Plenty common. I have to ban the Acronox. My only wind is Lawali, which is hardly a wind. I don't have any melees. Arachne is pretty nice here. He forces him to not use Faraday Cage because it won't do very much damage at all. So I got one Toxic with Tort left. But it could be an Electro Punch angle with Zalbian. I want to kind of bring in Chromion for the damage, but I think Tort's just going to be safer to take the initial hit. Oh, this is tempting to just go for the kill. I'm going to take out the Ukamen now because it is a water type and I still have that water weakness. I know he banned the Lowaddle, but if he was to ban Lawali right now, I wouldn't be able to sack health on Tort like I'm going to have to do turn 1 here. And especially if I was to get trapped. And it might still be a trap angle. He might be going for a Handcuffs Plague into a Feather Gatling. Now, I never run Feather Gatling on my 2-wire. I prefer Faraday, Cyberclaw, Turbine, and Reset. Some people drop Cyberclaw, and some people drop Reset. I think it's too valuable of a moveset to drop just to have a turn 1 Feather or turn 1 Wind option when you're negating types in the first place. But oh, shoot, he's actually pretty bad for me now. Oh, that's super bad. He banned 2 of my best things to deal with it, and I didn't really acknowledge that. I haven't really gotten to show off Raiken on this team much. But Raiken's actually been really nice to have on some of the slower matches. It's just everyone seems to be running faster teams now. Even this team, I bet it's on the faster end. Even though it's got things like Ragnet and Tortonite. I'll probably pick up Lawali as the last one. Just to get some fast plague kills, counter some stuff if needed. And maybe just deal some hurricane damage to Aohi if I have to. Just take whatever damage I can get. Yeah, Aohi's typing specifically is pretty bad for me. You'd think with 3 digitals I can break through a mental fire. But it's like I have 2 fire weaknesses and 1 thing that can't hit fire. And then I've got like 2 neutrals on them. Yeah. Kind of glad there's no Tort this game. Tort's super bulky. They still they never really took away the thing's stats after they gave it to him. That's why mine's so bulky. So the big question is, does the 2-wire have... Does the 2-wire have Turbine? Because if it doesn't have Turbine, I can get a C-Spikes on it and finish off whatever's left with my Arachnite afterwards. I'm going to overclock this turn for sure. And then C-Spikes the Volphy. It's a speedy Volphy, high speed invest, so it might actually be a faster team than I was expecting. I don't particularly care about the exhaust. Oh, look at that damage. I know I don't have that much damage invest, but that's 28%. He does have Feathergat for some reason, which does suck, but it is what it is. Some more chip damage off on the Volphy, which is nice. I do get the Crystal Spikes off, so it does not have Turbine. Oh, it's a slow, bulky one, I guess. That wasn't really in the plan. Sandstorm, okay. That's gonna hurt. I was planning on synergy. This entire turn was planned around synergy. I was gonna microwaves the bird, and then I was going to Quetzaleno the Volphy. But now I'm not gonna be faster than it. I know it seems weird, but I'm gonna bring in Sandby now. Sandby's not gonna get the most value left in this game. And Did You Protect does protect the ally, which some people forget. But he's got a Digital and an Electric in his backline. So I'm trying to deal with those. Cyber Claw. I do resist that, thanks to Digi Protection. He was probably expecting to die that turn. I don't know how fast his Ragnet is, which kind of sucks. I think we're gonna save the Arachnite just because it's my best thing to deal with the Auhi. I try and transient and hopefully kill the 2-wire. I might have just been able to matter teleport. Maybe that would have been smarter. His Ragnet's faster than my Sandby, so that's something worth noting. 2-wire does go down. That's good. What's for the Sandby? I thought he'd go for the kill on the Lawali. And then he would just get Ignis, and then I would be sad. I am still sad, but now Ragnar's alive. Hey Kip, good to see you. How's it going? Oh, it's a warm gift? I think I die to the burn, actually. That sucks. Where's the spider? Just hit the field. That's decent damage, but not great, honestly. Yeah, that wasn't the best play for me. I kind of forgot Whiplash existed. Oh, that did. How much stamina is on that Auhi? I thought he'd go for Fiery Soul on the Lawali, so I guess it was not Ignis. I keep forgetting. It's also double screen Aohi, so it's like a tanky Aohi. I didn't know that. This game's so cooked. Yeah, this Aohi just ruined me. I had to try and play around it all game, and I just didn't have enough. I'm still trying to figure out... I don't know, I thought this team was pretty good, but the more I play it, it's like the weaknesses start showing up more. So it's like, basically I have 4 monotypes on this team. One of them's at least a digital. And you'd think they'd cover each other pretty well. Like, oh, Samby's weak to crystal. Well, Raiken can cover the crystals, but the issue isn't really the crystals, it's the electrics in the waters. GG, that Aohi completely screwed me. I thought it would be more of a squishy one, and I could kind of... Yeah, I mean, I just got like all the predictions wrong. You have a fast Volphy, but a bulky Aohi and a bulky 2-wire. So that really threw me off. So many times can just run so many different spreads, and you just never know anymore. You can't just base it on one thing on the team. It's like I saw your fast Volphy, and I was like, okay, maybe it's a fast team, even though I called it bulky at first, and then it ended up being bulky. And banning the Waddle seems to be the right play on this team. The Waddle gets a lot of value. And so it seems like I really struggle when people ban it. 2 hours more on the offensive side. I was surprised I had Feather Gatlings. You must not have reset then. Does your team like do well into stall? Or do you just kind of take the loss into stall? I guess maybe if you have like heat up on the Zabi, and it'll be alright. Because like I tried to fit in this team with enough stall tools. Like I got reset on the Chromion. I got like data corruption. I've got lots of sleep control and true damage with like nightmare feed. Can I stop facing J-Hood, please? Have Stywave on Aoi, that's not enough ever. I've tried it. Like one Divine Inspiration blocks it, and it does like half of a stone wall. We'll get it back halfway. Hypno on Ragnet, that's all. I mean, that helps, but like if you I'd assume Aohi gets banned just because of the true damage on the burn and the Psy Wave, plus evasion shenanigans. I'm not sure what else would be worth banning unless they ban the 2-wire not knowing if it has reset or not. Hypno on Ragnet's nice, but only having 1 sleep is kind of weak. Especially if like somebody bans Aohi and leads Karen. What can I do differently this time? Let's just try this, whatever. Talking with some friends about your times in Temtem. Wanted to show your turning around with Hoglet, but all that's gone. All I have is your video. Yeah, I wish part of me wishes I was streaming earlier. Well, no, I do wish I was streaming earlier and I could capture some of those earlier runs, or that the people who streamed it on Twitch, if they posted it on YouTube, like even a raw VOD would have been nice. I still don't know why Crema themselves didn't just record more at least. Like, you have employees. I swear, like, Worlds was probably one of the better advertisements they've ever had for the game. As far as, like, actual advertisements go. Swarm is technically advertising, and when it was free on PlayStation, I don't know if I'd call that an ad, but it definitely brought players back. Interesting. This really wasn't what I was expecting. Still gonna ban the Grandpa second. It's just such a pain. He's got bait on it, so I can't sleep it, I can't poison it, can't isolate it. He's got turbo, so it's Hypno, and I still don't remember the other move. But it wasn't. I don't think it was an offensive move. Just a willpower drain, and then it's got like feather gatling, so it's like a full support, just meant to speed up and sleep. Have they advertised Swarm at all? They had it on the one, like, is it MTK broadcast thingamajig? I don't know. Like, they had it on something. So anything on the Temtem anime thing? I think that's, I'm not expecting that to actually go through. My guess is they probably made like 2 or 3 episodes, and maybe they'll release those as just kind of a YouTube sort of thing, promotion, and see if it potentially does well on its own. And if it does, maybe they'll run with it a little bit, but I think that would require it to actually go really well, and I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be really surprised if they have enough funding to have a full game worth. Like, look at that. That's 21% to this Vola. What is that thing? Like, I don't even do half with a double in. I know I've got little to no actual damage invest on these Tems, but that's just crazy. He was expecting a swap, I guess. At least I got the Isolate on the Vola, so no poison, but Waddle would be kind of nice to keep around later. I can't even sleep the thing because it's got bait. I seriously gotta look up and see if this Volrend is just max HP, or if it has some special defense investment on top of it. Because it's definitely max HP. Like, I know that much. Like, look, how much bulk does he have in this team? That did less than 100 damage to me. I mean, that did too, but just like, wow. I wonder if he'll steal my Tortonite again. He doesn't have any mentals for sleep, but it doesn't matter. It'll still be like super tanky and super fast, has prio and access to his moves. I kind of wish there was an option for a toxic move on Tortonite that wasn't toxic gas. Just something else would be nice. Interesting Tattoo swap in here. Is he going for a sleep? Might be a sleep play. Hypno on the Koish, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm faster than him. Zen Med. Oh, that's why. Okay. Not the rage tat? Yeah, it's a rage tat. I don't know how fast it is though. I know it's faster than 200 speed because it outsped my Sambi, but I'm pretty sure my move flank's 221. Maybe even 222. Yeah, I've played against him a lot of times, and not once has he actually clicked Rage. So his item is just completely useless. He's only got Major Slash and Nox Bomb as damaging options, because he's got Turbo, Rage, and then, yeah, the other two. There's the Volphy to eat the Sea Spike. Or no, I clicked, yeah, I didn't click Sea Spikes. I clicked Toxic Gas is what it was. Which is like, okay, I still get value onto the Tatteru at least. He did outspeed me though. So this Tatteru is high. I think it's like 0 offense invest and just like max speed. He doesn't have bush up, so I can still attack that slot with move flank. There's no point in me using Goring because he'll outspeed me anyways. He'll probably just go for like a Dust Vortex and a Major Slash. Kind of want to keep move flank alive. It's clearly going to be double damage moves, because if he clicks Lifeful Sap, I could just kill him right now with the Goring or anything. Forced Rage. He stays in on both. So I gotta imagine it's the double damage. Doesn't go for the Dust Vortex though, just the Plague. He must have been pretty confident he could kill then. We'll see if his Tat's faster than 232. Either way, Major Slash is down. I guess he's got Nox Bomb, so that's kind of annoying. Oh, this is like the worst. What are you doing? Does Plague kill my Lowaddle from here? No, it doesn't. Oh, he gets Synergy Bush. Okay. I see the play now. I didn't think about that. Synergy Bush is a good play. Not gonna bring in move flank. What I really want to do is beat down this right Volphy, because it's got the Kaleidoscope. Lawali's Penance, which is nice, and neither of these Volphys can hit it. He's forced to bring in something that can. That does like no damage, but I'll take it. He's got little to no offense invest on this entire team. He takes what I was trying to do with my team and just takes it to an extreme. Ooh, that is great damage. Woo-wee. I didn't think it would be that much. Like I've reset on this thing now, so I guess I could have just targeted the left slot and then reset the right slot and then attacked. Oh well. I want to say I live on the Chromion to at least get one more hit off on something. No, this thing goes for Bush now. Well, at least the fast Volphy's down. Basically, all I need to do is let Lawali sit in the back and get some stand back. Get some free marbles proc on the thing, which is nice. Just gonna digital torrent and then swap to the tort. This guy seems to just kind of click green circles, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just plagues to finish off the Chromion and then Nox bombs my tort slot right now. Yeah, there goes Chromion, which is honestly what I wanted to happen. Yeah, and there's the Nox bomb. I'm just gonna see spikes the Volarend a little more, and eventually the thing's gotta die. I want to deal physical damage to the Mimit though. And Mooflank shouldn't die this turn. I don't think it does Vortex. Oh, maybe a Hyperkinetic does Vortex. I forgot it. This guy's got that move. But he's got -3 special attack. He'll actually outspeed me with a Plague. But if he decides to Plague, that means he OXs a ton. The Volarend's one hit from dead. The Tatter's one hit from dead. Oh, he's got +2 attack on the Tatteru. And he's got Nox Bomb. So that's his plan. And because he outspeeds me. He won't one-shot me. It's not possible for him to. But he will do a lot of damage. So I'm actually just going to Plague the Volphy slot. Knowing that I don't think I'll outspeed. Or knowing that I won't outspeed the Tatteru. So, yeah, that barely does over half. That is a 0 attack invest Tatteru. It has to be. Volphy goes down. Super stupid tanky Volphy. I don't think I've seen that seal. And it's down. Yeah, I mean, and Loaddle actually still won me that game. Just because it got a penance off. It's just such a threatening Tem. Honestly, like, to me, it is still insane that people think the penance shouldn't kill you after you use it. Like, I think it's still a fantastic move as is. If anything, it might even be better, because now you're off the field after you use it. Straw Shield dumb item, 100%. Tuned in a bit late, priority explain. Can you say a few words about the general gameplay with this team? Penance won faster Tems. No, Penance isn't even really the main game plan. The whole point of this team is I've been trying to craft a triple digital team for not a long time, probably a month or so. And for the couple months before that, I've thought of it. I just hadn't played much because there's a lot of people who are abusing mentals and melees right now, and also a lot of people who aren't bringing waters for their own digis. So digitals, but I don't think you can just go one of the typical harmful microwave cores anymore. I don't think it's a viable game plan. So I recently was inspired to use Arachnite on a team. And because I never really gave Overclock Arachnite another chance, so I wanted to have some team that can utilize sleep control a little bit. So I threw like a Sandby on there with Nightmare Feed, Tortonite, which can also sleep with Mentals, And just a few other bulkier Tems that appreciate some sleep support. Kind of like something like Raiken. And even Mooflank appreciates free swaps to get high hold moved off. And then also this next game will probably be my last. But then I also needed 2 other Digis. So my first thought was a Chromion. I tried Mental Chromion kind of in the previous iteration. It worked in some ways, not in others. I liked its offensive type, but I didn't like that it was so fast and then it still died so quickly. And so I was looking at other Chromions, and it just... I wanted a Chromion, basically, that didn't have to rely on microwave synergy. So that only left one, being Digital Chromion, which, thinking on it, honestly works pretty well, because Arachnite synergizes pretty well with it. It allows it to have Sinner Typer bonus and reduces the digital damage it takes. So if you're only up against one other digital, you can take it on pretty easily with that duo. And you're even going to outspeed like your other opposing digitals, being like Zalbi and Munko. You can outspeed both of those. Speed tie other Chromions. So it's pretty nice that way. So you're not really, like, Chromion doesn't have all that many threats. It's afraid of like Ukama, Oshiara, like the fast waters and electrics, like Hasty Lunge synergy you gotta be a little careful of. But I have a little bulkier of a build, and it's meant to actually take some hits and then just burn opponents so it can survive a couple neutral hits. And then the Waddle was kind of the last one, just because it started off with me just wanting to use the Waddle, because it's just a Tem I haven't used much. I like the Tem. A lot of people like the Tem, but it's just got such a different game plan. I thought it was viable for the longest time. Ever since Straw Shield was added, I always thought it was underrated. But I've never been able to prove it. But like Penance on its own is so incredibly broken. But then if you go Voodoo, you also can threaten Spread Faraday Cage synergy. You can also... Is that a team review? Or is that a... Look at my team, you think you made and played once? I will try and remember after this game. Yeah, Lowaddle's also got data corruption with Voodoo, so you can spread -4 special defense drops. Problem is, it's slower than Chromion. And Chromion's kind of the partner it wants to be next to for that. And I could slow down the Chromion, but then you lose speed ties to other Chromions, which doesn't matter too much, but it does matter some. Yeah, there goes the Lowaddle ban. It makes sense. Volphy Vola still. Gazuma for another Spidef tank. Yeah, there's that. I think this is just fine for a Mooflank Raiken game. He's only got one water being Schween. It's not even going to bring it here. Kind of surprising. I would rather deal with Volphy than Vola. They gave Zalbi and Savage Suplex. I think it would solve all of Temtem's issues. Thoughts? I wouldn't be opposed to Zalbi getting Savage Suplex. I don't think it's a great user of it, but I think it would kind of... There would be some fun stuff you could do, for sure. I honestly think that my Chromion can live a Paizo, like a burned Paizo from this Garunder. I forget Garunder's a special defense tank, too. There's just so many, and every single one's being used. Also, I think this is the first game where I actually don't want Spider when it's available. I'm just going to completely ignore the Scunch, because my Sammy should be able to one-shot it, and Chromion can too. I got to kill the Gazuma. With like super wins here, I don't know. It depends on which slot he targets. At least level 100. Every time I see nicknames, I'm always a little worried. Guys, please stop feeding your Gazuma like protein shakes. I beg of you. What in the world, man? Like, I actually have some offense invest in these guys. Oh, and then it's the wrenching massage scunch variation. This still kills the Gazuma, by the way, just because Bestial Charge does less damage. Unless he swaps, but nothing at all wants to eat this, so... Like, if he kills the Raiken here, he just doesn't... He really doesn't want to kill it. 30% with Goring. So I can kill with a base jump, I think. I imagine I can. So I'm actually not going to rush. I guess I could. But I want to force him to use Ninja here. It's Fat Burners, so Shmeen's definitely going to outspeed. Do I want Raiken alive? I don't have any other synergy for it. Get outsped by Shmeen. Oh, I mean, I'm -1 on the Raiken right now. I do have some speed on it, but not a whole lot. Like, I've got 361 attack in this. Well, I guess only 220 on the move flank. But that's still less than half to that stupid Gazuma, who's supposed to have paper HP in defense. Basically, what I'm wondering is, should I swap in the Sandby now? And I think I'm going to. There's good speed on flank. Yeah, I like to have some speed invest on my Hurry Wart flanks for sure. I only got 1 snooze left for the ads. Looks like the ads are just gonna have to hit, guys. I'm sorry. If this guy wasn't trying to stall me out, there might have been some potential, but... I think I'm just going to sack the Sandby. I got Chromion in the back that can deal with... the Scunch. I just need to start killing this Garunder before it gets out of hand. If this thing rests and gets Bramation up, I could be toast. If I wasn't to attack it right now. Like, this at least put it in range where I can start dealing some damage to it. Nox Bomb? No defib? Really wants to move flank dead, I guess. It's like, alright, dude. This is sad. I'm gonna get plagued again, so it doesn't matter. I'd rather just outspeed the plague, potentially. Yeah. Yeah, now it's finally in range where it's not gonna really matter. Okay, no plague, I guess. He doesn't have building blocks on it, and no kaleidoscope on the Volphy. There's the Paizo. Okay, so I did avoid the Paizo. That is important. I needed to do that. I do have to bring in Chromion Sandby, though, just so I can kill the Garunder before it gets to do anything else. doesn't have any swaps. Both his swaps die immediately. No Hypno. The goal is that there's like other Tems that sleep on the team, but I guess when I got like these 4 supports for it, it doesn't appear that way. Nightmare Feed's actually coming into play a few times now, so it's kind of nice. Okay, hopefully Marbles, Matter Teleport, Digitorrent kills this thing. I want to say it will. Yeah, playing the Stam game with the Sandbeast is smart. Every time it has Hypno, it goes on the set. I don't have that much speed on the Sandby to really justify it. I've got Strangle, so I can win end games with my other sleepers. Alright, that Marbles proc is really nice. I'm gonna go Transient here just so I don't OX if he clicks Plague again. Looks like a rest though. Yeah, the Transient still kills, so... He's got Ninja on the Scunch, so he'll be able to get that off on my... Chromion. Plague on the Sandby to force the OX. It's fair. Nightmare Feed and Strangle over Hypno. When would I have clicked Hypno this game? On the Garunder? I don't think I had the hold off on the first turn, and on the second turn it swapped to Gazma, and it would have done nothing for me. Alright, we got it before the ads. GG. Look at this team quick before the... Let's not try and crash my game by clicking F too fast, and... Yeah, I mean, Hypno Strangle, it would be kind of... Like, that's still a very broken combo. If on the same Tem. So I could try and do that and, like, play some end games, but it's not the most entertaining end game ever. It's really not. I have no idea what this team is, but if anyone wants to try it, I guess there's a code. Not the slightest clue. That's probably from, like, 3 months ago. Alright, so this is... Alright, so... It's fast charge, okay. I still like Res Badge over Power... Oh, no, not the buttons I want to click. Over whatever Power Bank. So you got Execution, which is fun. You can't lead this into Tyrannac, which is kind of sad. Tyrannac is still pretty pretty prevalent. Seeing the Fire Quaish is fun. Oh, really? It's so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess 4.5 electric weaknesses, but you do have a Ragnet and a Vilash, which is kind of nice. Your Earth weakness is covered fairly well. You'll definitely struggle against Waters. I think you definitely have to prio ban Waters. You have Electro Punch at least, so if Ragnar gets banned, you do have an option. But if somebody was to trade like an Ukama, because Ukama doesn't die in one hit, so somebody water cannons your Zalbian, then you'd be... I guess, yeah, you just ban the Oshiara and hope they're not running both mono waters for some reason. Volgon's pretty relevant right now as well. Trying to think. I think this team would struggle against Stall just because you don't have scaling or debuffs at all. So you're going Shaolin over... You got reset at least. Shaolin over Unnoticed. I do think Unnoticed... I thought Unnoticed would be better, but it kind of sucks. Oh, you got Composure. Interesting. So that's what you have against Stall. Water Jet over Zen Med's kind of interesting. But I guess you don't have any wins for Ice Cube synergy. Oh, you actually go for Token over Fire Flame here. Interesting. You forgot about Balash? Been Undermine? Yeah, probably. 274 is a good break point. I think the ads are going to hit, so... I think this team would actually perform pretty well. I mean, once again, like I was saying, like triple Digi right now I think is really strong. You'd probably struggle against the same teams I'm kind of struggling against, which are... teams with like Vola Volfi. Maybe you'd do better against them just because you've got... No, you would definitely struggle against Volfi. If somebody bans Munko, you're pretty much forced to use Mouflank or Koish against it. You're forced to ban Water. So then if somebody has a Water type, they have Volfi and they have Vola, I think you would struggle. And that's the exact same problem I'm having with my team. I'm forced to ban Water, people have Volfis, and then they have Volas. Physical Valash, that would help, but there's no great physical Valash spread that I've found. Looks like the ads just hit though, and I don't mean to stick you guys with that. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate seeing you guys. I'm hoping to be. I think I'm gonna do some more Temtem streams in the near future. I don't know about next weekend, but maybe the weekend after. I've been enjoying it again, and might as well play it while it's entertaining. Just for fun, I see Senpai's streaming, so we'll just raid him. We'll give him we'll just complain that he's not playing Temtem anymore. So I don't know what it looked like. He's playing some like My Hero Academia fighting game or something. Yeah, tired of only getting invited to rivals. Get back on the Deadlock grind. Well, hopefully you can soon. I hope that game revives someday. That could be fun. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.